What's up guys, Shuri here, and today I'm going to show you T3 Arena. It is a really nice game, and it captures what Guns of Boom did really well. The fact that it's super simple, but it has a lot of elements to it that make the skill gap very high, and makes it to where you can do a lot of really cool things, especially in things like esports. But they also have things like arrows on the ground and control, which is their version of King of the Hill. I'll go over each of their different game modes with a character that's easy to use for it, so you guys can try it out as well. You do unlock characters a little bit slowly in this game. If you do get the battle pass, it is easier, but you can definitely do it without the battle pass just by playing. We are going to be playing with Sindri on this control, and my wife Annie is playing on Jabali. He throws up a shield, which works really great as a duo with my character. So I can throw down a turret on the ground that will shoot independently of me, and I also do pretty good damage. And then her character is going to throw up a shield that blocks about 18,000 damage. I can shoot through it, but the other team can't. And as you can see, we keep wiping them over and over, and we're able to keep pretty solid control of the hill. Annie does a great job by getting her Jabali shield in front of me whenever people are coming. That way, I never get hit by them, but I'm always able to shoot through her shield and do damage for the both of us. That is one great thing about T3 Arena, is there are so many different characters, and they have so many basic interactions between each other. You can do a lot of really nice teamwork and basically enhance each other's abilities so easily, and it doesn't take that many buttons. As you can see on the screen, I only really have like 6 buttons, and that includes manual shooting, which the game doesn't make you do. So if you're used to GOB and you can't shoot manually, that is fine. This game does have a system for you to do that. I do recommend you doing manual fire, especially because there are so few buttons. It just really makes sense to have that extra control. And that guy in front of us is the new character, Hua Ling. She's a very good sniper, and she just used her ultimate ability, which allows her to fly up in the air and shoot everyone with arrows. Yeah, luckily for me, I was underneath her, and it only shoots 3 times. Usually it'll give you a kill if you hit all 3 arrows as her character, and I'll play it later for you guys. But on this one, I am definitely going to be sticking with Sindri and Annie using the Jabali. It is such a good combo, especially on these objective games, so I definitely suggest you get a friend and block their damage like she did for me. Because, man, I was on 200 health for so long. And the best part about this duo is it is so strong, but they're also 2 of the easier characters to use. So it's great for people who are just getting their feet wet and want to kind of get used to things. But if you're looking for more of a challenge, this is called Payload Race. It is just like Guns of Boom Payload, except that there are 2 of them, and you can push yours forward, and also you can push your enemies back. And your best bet is to go ahead and focus on getting your cart as far as possible early on, because that will make it to where yours and theirs will meet up in the middle. And if you win these team fights, not only can you push your cart at the same time, you can move theirs backwards. So it's definitely good to make sure your cart is getting there first. And what I'm doing here is I'm charging my bow behind the cart, and I'm jumping over it, then releasing. That way I am shooting while being exposed for the least amount of time possible. This is one of the things that I've found most effective, and it is one of the things that helped me get to the leaderboards as quickly as I did. I played it all solo, and I only did really free-for-alls in this. If you guys want, leave a like, and I'll show you exactly my strategies for free-for-alls, and exactly what about Payload Escort made it to where I got on the number 1 for all 3 weekly leaderboards at the same time. You can't really do it in any other game mode than this, and I'll explain exactly how I did it. I can't promise you'll all get number one because there's more than one of you. It is a very effective strategy, and it can get you really high trophies really fast, which can help you also level your battle pass for free, giving you better characters and making everything easier over time. But first thing, you don't really need the best characters in the world. You just need the guy who you start with. Hunter is one of the best starting characters in the game if you ask me, and I definitely think if you're going to play this one, do it on manual shoot. And the reason for that is he has these grenades that he can throw. He has 3 at a time, and they regenerate pretty quickly. They basically give sonar, showing you where people are through walls, and you can end up shooting your gun right before you're ready to go outside the door. That way you are already hitting them, and they don't have time to react. If you hit 2 headshots, you will end up getting a kill with this guy. He shoots in bursts of 3, and he can make some insane comebacks. As you can see here, we were losing 10-4 in a game that only goes to 20, and these games can snowball out of control, especially because their team has 2 snipers and a tank. That means the tank's going to be annoying and kind of keeping us distracted, while their 2 snipers try to kill our team. That's why my job is to make sure that I show my team exactly where those snipers are by throwing those orbs at them, and then I can also rush them and then try to be able to poke out, hit them twice in the head, and get those kills myself. And while this guy does a ton of damage and I am getting a lot of these kills, it is much more important that I focus on keeping my team alive by showing them where those snipers are. So I am always going to be prioritizing throwing out those grenades and making sure that everybody's on the same page of where not to go. Because these 2 snipers can one-shot any of the characters in the game, and they can do it very easily, and that's one of the reasons I love using them. But this guy is a great counter to them, and since you get him so early in the game, it's just a perfect starting character. I actually hated this guy early on, because if you hold down the fire button with it, it will shoot as soon as it can every time, but it makes it wildly inaccurate. My best tip to you with this character is to tap the fire button, because remember, if you put it over their head and hit it, you only need to tap it twice, so it's definitely better to just tap it when you need to shoot it, because trust me, any of the time you lose by it shooting slower, you will gain by having to shoot less and getting those kills much quicker. But next up is gonna be Crystal Assault. I'm gonna be playing Ruby on this one because she does a ton of damage, she has a ton of health, and she throws up these 3 mirror blade things that you can dance between, just like the Jabali shield, except that it is independent, so you don't have to hold the button down like with Jabali. That makes this perfect for this, and I go ahead and play a little bit of defense, because on these, especially when you have lower trophies, it's all about just making sure that you stop their team, and then everyone on your team pushing over to their crystals and just literally unleashing everything you got on it. It's super simple, and it is really fun. And last but not least, my favorite game type personally, the free-for-all. And I will usually use Hua Ling, which is the bow girl, or I will use this guy because you can just steal everyone's kills. And he does a great job of being able to see around corners with his little eye grenades, so it's just a really good character overall, especially when you're playing higher players. Your ability to throw grenades at a corner and immediately see what's on the other side and take advantage of your opportunities is what makes him so good at free-for-all. You can kill snipers in 2 shots, and a lot of people are already going to be getting shot or low, and you can just go ahead and steal everybody's kills. The best part is, you'll know they're on the other side of the wall because you already threw your eye grenade at him, which does a little bit of damage by itself, and you're already in a great position. They have no clue where you are, and they're really screwed. Even through Veil of Darkness, you can kill Osis by using those eye grenades. They are the best thing ever. But one thing I do want to make sure is clear, this guy, it took me a while to get my aim up. I've been playing this for about a week at this point, and it has been a ton of fun. I played a whole lot, and it does take a lot of practice. Each character kind of has a different rhythm to shooting, and their guns shoot at different speeds, so make sure that you're careful on that, and don't get discouraged if it's not working out for you immediately, because a lot of this just has to do with the simple fact of playing it enough to get used to those gunshots, and being able to get those kills that are in tougher positions. After playing it for this week though, I definitely think that T3 is the next Guns of Boom. It took what Gob did, and it made something that is really simple and usable by everyone, but then making it to where there's different things you can do to be the best at it and have a really high skill cap for the more competitive players. This game is doing a lot of things right, and I'm really excited to see this because it's only been out for a little while. So to see that it's doing this many things right, it's just encouraging. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is the next Guns of Boom? If Gob servers go down, are you going to play T3 Arena? I definitely think I am. And make sure, if you like this video, to leave a like, subscribe, and thank you so much to all of my channel members and people who have donated. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you all have a great day.